January 28th, Shade Tree, welcome. First order is the election of chairman of the Shade Tree Commission. Does anybody want to make a motion or anything?
I would like to make a motion to nominate
Thanks.
James Gibbons.
Is there a second?
Definitely second.
Okay. And Matt, you said no, right? Oh, yes? Okay. All right, very good. All in favor?
Yep.
Say aye. Thank you very much. All right, the next is vice chairman, and I think what we're going to do, if it's all right, Miss Leah, can we just table the vice chair for now until we have a full panel, and then we can come up with somebody?
I don't see why not.
Okay, so I will table that. Sound good? All righty. All right, if everybody stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. First, I want to say we have Matt's back with us. He's back on planning, and so everybody knows Matt. Welcome, Matt. Welcome back. And we also have Tim that's new with us. Welcome, Tim. Do you want to give a quick introduction real quick?
Sure thing. Tim Zimmerman, born and raised in Montgomery County. Have a wonderful wife, a 5-year-old daughter, 7-year-old son. Moved out into Devon in 2020 from Center City, Philadelphia, and 2 years ago moved into Radnor Township. And we're here for the long haul, so wanted to get involved in the community, see how things work, and give time.
Cool. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. First up, we have the meeting minutes from December 2nd. I looked over them. I didn't see anything of concern. Anybody have any concerns with that? I'll make a motion to approve. Do I have a second? All in favor? All right. Thank you. And then we have up consent agenda. Kristen, you went over this with Matt, I believe, or just yours?
Correct. It was just a simple application, subdividing the road, no trees included at all, so
All good to go?
approved for consent.
And it's been through planning. It was approved by planning, so.
Okay. Perfect. All right, so we're going to start off with new grading permits. First up is 215 South Spring Mill Road pool. Is anybody here for that? Do you, owner or builder? Or? Oh, gotcha. Wasn't sure. If you could just introduce yourself when you get up here and tell us about the project, please. And you've been here before?
Yes,
Yes. With Anthony Sylvan, right? Yeah.
yes.
Welcome.
This is the homeowner?
Welcome.
Okay, so we are building a, oops. We're building a in-ground concrete swimming pool with a patio around the pool. The pool is 17 by 35 foot rectangle. It's 600 square foot of water surface. And the patio around the pool is 700 square foot of patio.
And could you, I see the pool there behind the house. You're coming in from the driveway there?
Yes, driveway is our access coming off the driveway to the pool location.
Okay. And it says you have 5 trees coming out. And when I looked at the plan, it looks like there was some heritage trees. It's trees over 30 inches. Is that correct?
Six heritage.
6 or 5?
I think it was 6, their table.
I didn't even
Their
see the
table.
table.
Yeah, 6.
The plan, it shows 6,
The plan shows 6.
yes. And they're labeled I don't know.
Because on the application, it says 5. Okay.
Yeah, all the
So you're six.
documentation on the grading plan is 6. The tree replacement plans say 6 that are being removed, and
And can you tell us the trees, the species and size? Do you have a tree table with it, or is it?
It's in there.
Oh,
I
they
just want to
added
make just a comment, is that they did submit their first application, which was reviewed, and then preliminarily, we asked them to update it and complete some more information, which they did, which then we just got a couple days ago. So,
So what page would that be on?
so page 3 of the grading plan has the headers of the tree planting schedule, tree replacement formula, and tree replacement schedule. And it breaks down the trees that are being removed, shows the total diameter.
Yep.
It's not on my page 3.
James, on that, on the agenda, it's a separate PDF that's on there, if you
Oh,
can
it's a
click
separate
on that.
PDF.
Do you see the second PDF? Page 3, it says,
yeah, so where it's, yeah, the second one listed.
that's that tree planting.
Gotcha. I got it now.
Actually, I think they're saying there are 8 now. They're removing 6 heritage.
Gotcha.
So they have 21, and they're removing 6.
They're all heritage trees.
Correct.
And then, what's it doing?
It's not right, because it has to be 4 large canopies for every 6.
Yeah.
So they didn't have it right, because they only have 1 large canopy it has to be in.
Misses up here, that would be large, quercus. The Norway spruce would be considered as large.
So but first we have to decide what their clearing percent is.
Okay.
They were here.
So they have,
They-
so how many trees total on the property, do you know? Do you
How-
know?
It says 21, but also there was an appearance in June, I think, where they removed 9 of 30 trees. And then, so now they're removing 6 more.
So it's still under the 50%.
Well, it's at 50% if we include the 9 that they took before of 30, and then 6 more, that's 15 of 30. So that would put them at the 50% clearing.
Yeah. I think you could interpret that in 2 ways. Did you guys remove 9 trees already, like last year?
So this was a new house, so
The builder,
I'm not sure about it.
Oh, so a builder bought it?
Yes,
correct.
Oh, builder took down trees, and now you're the new owner,
I'm the new one.
taking more trees down. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, so the way I look at it, he has, how many, 21 trees, and he's taking down 6. What do you guys?
I would agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I think it comes under the 50%. So now under the 50%, we have 6 trees for every heritage tree, so we need 4 times 6, you need 24 large canopy trees, and the rest, do we have 24?
I don't think so.
13, 17. John, would a hedge maple be considered a large canopy?
It would not.
What about I know on the website, the Norway spruce is in the large canopy. Would cryptomeria too? No, okay.
One, as I was talking to the homeowner here, and one change in this may make a difference because we have a slight revision to this.
Okay,
The trees listed on page 1 that are being removed, the one closest to the property line in the back, which is a 50-inch sycamore, that's staying.
that's staying. Good. Is there any, before we get to the numbers again, is there any way to move the pool a little bit so you can
Well,
save
here's
some
part of
of
the
it?
problem with the backyard. It's a very big backyard, but it's got a lot of things going on. The existing stormwater system for the house is in the backyard. There's a pipe that cuts right across the yard as part of the stormwater. There's a stormwater drain here with underground piping that goes over to the stormwater pit, which is existing. And then also the customer's sewer goes right through the middle of the backyard, underground to a easement in the back. And then the yard has slope to it. So for the grading we need, with the new stormwater for the pool, that was the determination of those trees having to be removed.
Okay.
But we are revising in a sense, saying that 50 and sycamore can stay.
Would you mind just taking us through the ones that you have marked with an X that are below, the pool deck, and explain sort of why each one needs to be removed? What's the impedance or impediment?
Well, these two right here, 36-inch and a 42-inch sycamore, the 36 is just in the way of everything, the pool, the stormwater. If you look at the pool location, the 36 is right in the middle of the pool. And the 30-inch, I'm sorry, yeah, 36, and the 42-inch sycamore and the 30-inch poplar, the trunks are too close to the pool and infringing on the grading. In a sense that when we dig the pool, we're going to damage some of the major roots of those two.
And we can see there's a big slope from the house. Is there any way to either move the pool closer or change the shape of the pool to actually?
Yeah, I don't think the
save
shape's
some of
really going to
these?
affect it. I mean, it's a certain size pool in a sense of 600 square foot of water. Rectangle's probably the simplest shape to use. And the project has a special automatic pool cover on it, which the shape has to be a rectangle. Can't be anything else in reference to that itself. So,
What's our understanding, or yours, sir, of the floodplain that exists here in this, for the back end of the property? The stream, I know, is there. Is there any kind of ordinance in the township as far as removing trees that are in a floodplain?
well, we're not removing any trees in a floodplain.
I'm just. It's not, okay. Okay.
Is there any chance you could save the 42-inch on like the property line there? I know you're saving the 50-inch on the one, yeah, that one. Is that really in the way, or? Yeah, I used to work at this property with the old house, I mean, for the probably 35, 40 years ago. And those trees were great back then, so I imagine if they're still in good shape, they're, I know the pool wants to go in, but if there's any way to save them, it'd be a great thing.
And another reason the pool is kind of in the location it is so that we can keep the minimum distances needed from the stormwater system and also the sewer line that goes down diagonally with the pool, so it
Where's the
doesn't.
stormwater at?
The existing stormwater is right here,
Okay,
that rectangle area, but then has a pipe coming across to an inlet over here. And then the sewer system comes out here and goes right straight down to a sewer easement in the back.
and where's the 42-inch tree on there, like if, could you point to where it would be? It looks like it's way over on the other side of the sewer line.
30. It's right here,
It's right about there.
which, it's within 20 feet of the trunk of the pool's within 20 feet of the trunk of that tree.
So it's gonna be way over the pool too, probably.
So that stays, how about that one?
Yeah, this will stay, this will stay.
Oh, they can.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's really just these three.
These two, this we can save, I think these two. We can still save this.
Okay, so,
That'd be great.
yeah, so what we're revising it to, what you can do is the two that, obviously the 36-inch sycamore and the 42-inch sycamore would come out. The other four, he said he can keep.
Yeah.
So then now we're only down to the two.
If you guys could do that, that'd be amazing, because I know doing the project, you probably want to take them out, but a tree like that, you might miss too in 10 years. It helps a lot. And if it does become a problem, you go to the township, you get a permit, and you take it down, and, so I think it's a good start. I appreciate that, and I think everybody else would appreciate that too.
Yeah, so we revise the compensation now, right?
Yeah, so
Or the
you can still
replacement.
plant as many trees if you want, but if you're only, so you're removing how many now? Two. So that would be 12 trees, and then 8 would need to be large canopy trees. So if you see your list here, let me see. So like the oak tree, the Nissa, those would be trees that if you planted 8 or so of them, plus maybe switch it, get some more, maybe another type of maple or something. And then plant a couple cryptomeria or green giants if you need to for the screening as the smaller canopy trees. That'd be perfect. Does anybody else have any questions about this or concerns?
No, I also just had, something to think about is, it is just a damp area as it slopes back. Is anything in particular that you would recommend as an arborist that might be better off sort of in a mushy, damp area than another species?
Yeah, I think the oak would do fine. The Nissa would be good if you're planting in the back there, close, there's a creek still back there, right? Yeah. I assume you're putting the cryptomeria and the green giant up closer to block things, so they'd be fine. The river birch
Bald cypress,
would work out. What's that?
bald cypress would,
Bald cypress. So keep that in mind if it's, because if you're planting in the very back, like 50 feet from that creek, get something that likes wet feet. So if nobody has anything else, I'm going to make a motion to, public comment. Thanks, Kristen. Anybody public? Please step up. Yep. If you could just give us your name and,
Hi, everybody. I'm Dan Hevesy. My property is, you'll see it on the map. Where am I? Yeah, right there. So first of all, thanks for the opportunity to speak today. It's nice meeting you guys. So I just wanted to make a comment, and it's, you bought the property. You can do with it as you please within the context of whatever ordinance there are, and you've certainly shown yourself to be very amenable to the concerns of the committee, so that's terrific. I just wanted to point out that over the last, I've been a homeowner here for about 8 years, and we have lost a tremendous number of trees, both on my property towards the back, as well as my neighbors, both to the right and to the left. So 3 or 4 ash trees came down in 2019, and last year I had to remove 6 from the back of my property. And I know that my neighbors to both sides have a similar, occurrence. And the concern here is that the creek that runs through all of our respective properties floods all the time. We've got stormwater coming down off of Conestoga Road, actually through my property, emptying out onto the creek. And it's a huge flooding situation. So whenever there are trees removed, ours had to come out because they were dead. But that can exacerbate that problem. So I guess my request would be that it sounds like you have to put in, or required to put in replacement trees here. If you would please consider to put those replacement trees, I'll only speak for myself, but I'm sure my neighbors would be amenable, either bounding our property, or I'd even have you put them on my property in the back where those went, just to get them closer down to protect that area, because what happens is the waters come in and they wash completely over, we put in a bridge, it washes over the bridge and all the way down to the neighboring properties, it looks like a lake. And so the more we can mitigate against that, I'd appreciate. So that's my 2 cents in there. It's very nice to meet you. And it's funny, I spoke with the guy who built your house, Corbett Hall, because I needed his permission from what is now your property, for the equipment to come in to remove 6 trees from exactly what I'm talking about. So it's very nice to meet you. I'd ask that you would please consider putting replacement trees abutting these properties, if you would, please. So thank you to the committee for your time today. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else, public comment?
Hi, my name's Amanda. I'm also from Spring Mill Road. I wanted to thank you also for being so amenable to the changes. I plan to come just to give context, too, on how many trees we've lost in the neighborhood over the last 6 years that I've lived there, mostly through disease, lots of ashes, also from storm damage, and then clearing a large wooded lot, just 2 lots up from this, and yeah, all these along the stream. So hanging on to these big trees was really important, so I really appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Christina Peters, 429 King of Prussia Road. I do a lot of work with Radnor Conservancy, and really appreciate you keeping as many big trees as you can. You can plant the little ones, but it'll be a long time before they're big ones, and those big ones provide so many services to us and to wildlife. I, too, was going to point out the importance of planting on that slope because of the creek and its impact on neighbors, not only the ones here in the room, but downstream ones. Please plant more trees than you absolutely have to. Those native species that you've picked out are great. You can also choose some smaller woody plants that, like wet feet, they will also help stabilize your property and the stream bed. And we at Radnor Conservancy do a tree giveaway every year. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay, I will also say that thank you for your saving like 3 other trees that you were going to take down. I think that's great. And I think by planting 12 trees, I believe in our ordinance. I think it's a good ordinance. And I think that's appropriate for what you're doing. Like I said, I worked at this property when I was 10 cutting the grass. And those trees were enormous back then. So I wouldn't, if somebody was to ask me, are they going to fail in the next 10 years? I'd probably say they probably will at some point in the next 10 or 20 years. So planting these new trees is going to be great, I think, in the long run for everybody. So thank you. So I'm going to make a motion to approve with the changes of only doing the 2 removals and then updating your planting chart to show 8 large canopy trees going in and 4 of any type of trees going in. And then just when you update that, present it to Leah or engineering department, whoever you go to. So I will see if I have a second. I do. And all in favor?
Abstain. I'm going to abstain.
Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 abstention. Good luck with your project. Thank you.
So
Thank
is
you for saving
the
those trees.
number's 12? Is that what we're?
Excuse me?
12, is that the number we're?
Placements.
Replacements that 12 is the
12
number?
total, 8 being large canopy,
Right.
and 4 being any, you can do 12 large canopy, or you can do 8 large canopy and say 4 arborvitae.
And does the tree replacement code state anything in reference to where they can go, or where they have to go, or they just have to be on the property?
On the property, but if you wanted to plant them somewhere else, I don't think anybody would have a problem if you planted them in an appropriate spot. I'm sure that'd be fine too, but I would check it over with John, who's the township arborist.
As long as it's within the township, you're fine.
Allow him, yeah.
Okay.
All right, good luck, thank you.
Yeah, what was that?
Okay, that was a big one. Okay, up next we have Radnor Valley Drive demo and construction of a new house. Anybody here for that? Good evening, sir. Nice to see you. If you could just introduce yourself again and give us a little up.
Little dog and pony show?
Yeah, sure.
My name is Michael Wagner. I'm a landscape architect with HAL Engineering. Tonight, we're here for actually two projects. The first one is Radnor Valley Road. This is going to be a tear down, but as you can see from the existing conditions plan, we are only removing 3 trees out of the 15 that are there. One of them is a Norway maple, which is this guy right here. The other one is a red maple right here, and the other one is a magnolia, which isn't in great shape. We are replacing them. We were replacing them with honey locust and red maples also, and then also an arborvitae. There are 15 trees total. We're only taking 3 out, so we're below the 50%.
What are the sizes of the trees?
12 inches for the Norway maple, 24 inches for the red maple, and 12 inches for the magnolia.
Oh, perfect. Cool.
And that's all on the plan set.
Okay. And you're knocking the old house and putting in a new one?
Correct.
And can you show us on the plan, like ingress, egress, where are you going to be coming out? Are there any trees in the way that you have to protect?
They're going to use the same driveway,
Okay.
and they're really just demoing the house footprint.
Okay.
Everything else is everything is staying.
There's a, like, right at the end of the driveway there, it looks like there's a tree there?
We have pin oak, I'm sorry, pin oak, that's a flagpole, and then a sweet gum. So there really is nothing along here, and then the honey locusts are going to fill in between the trees, the street trees that are already there, only because they are a large caliper, 36 to 42 for the pin oaks and 29 for the sweet gum. So the idea was to augment that, so as the pin oaks get older and they might have to come down, there'll be something to take their place.
Okay. But I'm seeing at the end of the driveway. No, that's the street there, right?
Yep, that's the end of
Yeah,
the
the other end.
To the right.
Oh, it's up there.
Yeah, this is a stormwater management, this is underground stormwater. This is the existing driveway, which is going to be kept. They're using the same driveway.
Yeah, the existing driveway. If you go up to the end, that's the right, yeah.
Yep,
And now, is there a tree at the end of the driveway?
right here.
Yeah. Is there any tree protection around it? Around that tree.
Oh, that one right there.
What about the other one you were just at?
This one here, yeah, there is, oh, no.
At the end of the driveway?
Yeah, right here.
No, that's the beginning. I'm calling that the beginning of the driveway. Where's the other end of the driveway?
Here and here.
Right there, yeah, on the right.
Where you're
My right there. That's a tree, right?
Yeah, that's a new one.
That's a new tree.
That's a new tree.
Gotcha, okay.
This is the existing.
Okay, and how far away is that existing and how big is it?
This is an 11-inch dogwood.
Okay. And do you know, is it close by
Is it close by?
to the house? Because there's going to be huge excavators going around and tearing down that house, right?
Right there. So we're probably looking at 50 feet.
50 feet, okay, gotcha.
Here's their,
Yeah, these two are coming down. That's where the stormwater, underground stormwater is. One in Norway maple, the other red maple.
Okay. So nothing, no other trees within like 25 feet?
Nope.
Gotcha, perfect.
do you need this for any reason? Tree replacement to be removed, formula?
Well, that's good, I mean, he's only taking down 3.
Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to.
Yeah. All right, and if you could, you were going with the honey locust, you already said what you were planning there, right?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay, anybody else have any questions, comments? No? Kristen?
Nope.
Good. Okay, I'll make a motion to approve. Do I have a second? Second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, good luck, thank you.
Thank you.
Are you the next one, or you're later?
Once.
I have 5D.
5D, okay. Next up, we have 446 Barkley Road. Good evening. If you could just introduce yourself and tell us about the project, please.
I'm Bob Wager, RKW Engineering. I'm the project engineer, and this is Mr.
Eugene
Long.
the owner.
Nice to meet you.
Great to meet you.
Okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to put up a new garage on existing property, the house, and it was built a while ago. It had
8 years ago.
8 years ago. Has its own stormwater system, and the stormwater system was built to hold the extra 1,050 square feet of the new garage. We're taking down 3 trees. I marked them on the plan. The pink spots on the plan are the 3 trees. One is a 12-inch ash. That would be this one. The other one was a tree that we couldn't identify, but it was a small tree that looked like it could have been a maple, but there were no leaves on it, so. And then we have, here I called it a cedar. I don't know what it is. It's probably some kind of juniper or something. It's only about this high, but it has a stem at chest height. It's about 6 inches, so.
Okay.
And I got the previous note, and I went over it, and it mentioned that I didn't have any tree protection back here, and looking at my screen, I did, but I had it on the wrong layer, and it never showed up on the print. But in this area, we're going to put tree protection in front of these 2 trees.
You're coming in from the driveway, I assume, to do all the work?
Yeah.
That's right at the end of the driveway?
Yeah.
And just, I planted 2 new trees since I've lived there, larger trees, $10,000 trees, 8 to 10-inch trees. And I've also treated that ash tree with chemicals for the last 6 years, and it's on its last leg.
Yeah,
I've tried to make it survive, and it just doesn't work.
gotcha.
It's only,
Every year I'm trimming off limbs.
Yeah,
It's
it's
dying
gonna go at
piece
some
by-
point.
Yeah, piece by piece.
it's only about 10 feet from the foundation of the new garage.
All right. Anybody have any questions? No? I'll make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Well, good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
You're back.
Thank you, sir.
Woodstock?
Yes, Spring Mill, Woodstock.
Again, Michael Wagoner, Hal Engineering. This is another project. This is Woodstock Road. Again, another tear down. We have a total of only 2 trees coming out. One in the front yard, which is a Crimson King Norway maple, which has a very big decay spot in it. And we have an ash in the backyard that is in total decline. The other existing trees on are pin oaks, tulip poplars, and a couple hornbeams, and another maple, which are on the perimeter of the property, which will not be touched. So we are removing 2, and we are replacing 6 because of the size. The Crimson King Norway maple, unfortunately, was a little bit larger. I'm not a big fan of that plant, but your ordinance
Nobody
states
is,
any
yeah.
tree that comes down has to be
I
replaced.
tried to remove that, but
I'll be more than happy to work with your ordinance writers
I
and
would love to, but
revise that for you.
nobody wants to. So how big is the Norway maple?
Norway maple is 24 inches.
Okay,
and
so it's still under the 30.
Deformed, and it has a really huge canker sore in it. Decay, it should be taken down no matter what.
Yeah, gotcha.
And the ash tree, as I mentioned, it's on its last leg.
Got it.
So yeah, we'll be putting 6 trees back, and I have 4 large shade trees and 2 flowering trees, honey locust, red maples, and what did I use for that? And then serviceberry, just to fill in. And they're more perimeter plantings at this point because it's a corner lot.
Got it. Is there any other trees in like the limited disturbance?
No, there's not. If you look at the existing conditions plan, you'll see right along the property line. I counted these on his lot. I didn't count the cypress because they're in the neighbors, kind of more on the neighbor's yard. So nothing is going to be within that disturbance.
Okay. And you're coming in through the same drive?
Same place, yep, same thing.
Gotcha. Anybody have any questions? Nothing? All right, I'll make a motion to approve then. Looks good to me. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Thank
All
you,
right,
guys,
good luck.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
I should have had public comment. I'm forgetting.
People are replacing more than I
Yeah. It's good. Okay, next up we have 610 King of Prussia Road. Anybody here for that? Hey, welcome. If you could just introduce yourself and give us a little brief description of the project, please.
Good evening, Ken Hoffman from Pannoni. I'm here on behalf of Villanova University. Villanova is doing some improvements at the Cabrini campus, and as part, we need to remove one tree. There's actually 3 trees coming down, but only one of the trees is a tree that needs to be replaced. The other 2 were small, 4 inches in caliper. So the tree that needs to come down is a 60-inch oak. It's located over here. And,
there's no way around it?
well, with the site improvements that we're doing, no.
Yeah.
No. So that tree on this plan is actually located right here. And this improvement is actually vehicular related, where we're trying to improve the circulation and also for fire access coming in and around. So as this roundabout happens, the tree's right in the way.
And are the sidewalks going in there or not?
There's no sidewalks going on the circle. There is sidewalks going on as part of the improvements right along the front of the building,
Gotcha.
but not around the circle, no.
And is the tree, the 60-inch, right where the circle is?
Yeah, it's right there.
And what size trees, if you look to the right, what size trees are, yeah,
It's 30-inch,
30-inch, and the other one behind it, is that,
24.
okay. There's really no space to move?
No, no. And
Can you move the building over?
I would like to, but I just don't see that financially. Yeah.
All right, where's the work coming through? Vehicles?
So they would all be coming down the main central alley that's here. This is already existing. It's gated for Cabrini when it was functioning back then.
Okay.
But again, this is to create more of a gateway coming in, make it a little more grand as you come in. It's be pavers, blue stones.
It would look cool to have a huge tree.
It
right in the
would,
middle
it
there.
would, but it's in the wrong spot.
Um,
And probably if it was in the right spot, I'd be in the drip zone, so,
No, I know.
you know.
Do you have tree protection around the other trees?
Yes, it's just not shown on this plan. We have tree protection that wraps everything here.
On another plan?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Anybody have any comments? Well, I'll make a comments? No. I'll make a motion that if you can't move the building, that we will approve.
Yeah, again, we did look at that, and it's
You can't
just,
do it.
it's not possible.
We
at
need to
this
talk to
point.
Father
Yeah.
Peter then. Do I have a second? All in favor? Cool.
Great,
Thank you
thank
very
you.
much. Good luck. Oh, I'm sorry. Was there any public comment for that? Anybody? Sorry about that. I went a little too
I'll
quick.
stay.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
So, I mean, how old is a 60-inch oak?
How old?
How old is it?
That I
That's a century, I mean, it's
Prob-
200 years old. Is there really no other, I mean, I understand the desire to make it grander, but a tree that's a couple centuries old is pretty grand. Is there really no other way to make the traffic work?
So this tree actually is not like a grand tree. It's very short in stature. It's just very wide at the base. Like if you went and saw the tree, it looks like it's been damaged over the years. So the base of the tree is thick, but it does not have a good leader to it. You know, 60 sounds great on a tree of an oak, but this one is not. I would not say this is a specimen tree.
Okay. Are we,
And,
what else?
and I'm sorry, you don't have to reply if you don't want
Yeah.
to?
No, but he's-
I don't
Yeah,
mind replying.
okay, gotcha. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable.
Villanova's a great neighbor. I'm a neighbor of Cabrini.
Yeah, no, I just don't want anybody feeling uncomfortable in front of me.
Okay. We'll talk later about
I do have, what was the replacement going in?
Oh, sorry, can you go over that again?
Yeah,
the
I'm sorry, can you
replacement
remind
trees?
us, what are you replacing it with?
Sure.
Please, sorry, thanks.
So we're coming back with 2 honey locusts, 2 sweet bay magnolias, 1 tupelo, and 1 willow oak.
Thank you.
Okay,
You're welcome.
perfect, thank you. We already voted, so. And that meets the criteria. You had 4 large canopy there, and
Yeah, 4 large and 2 small.
got it. Thank you. Sorry about the public comment, people, everybody,
No worries.
people, folks,
My people.
my people. We're all together here. Okay, next up, we have 120 North Wayne Avenue. Is there anybody here for that?
So they were here in May.
118, 120? Nobody? That's 118 North, right?
Yep.
Okay, so,
Yeah, that project just cleared zoning hearing board in terms of waivers, because that's where 118 restaurant is,
yeah,
and it used to be a cleaners, and they're totally rebuilding, I mean, they're really building out. It's gonna be a big project, mixed use, people living on the 3rd floor in apartments, small apartments. So there's all sorts of, right now, they're coming to planning, I think, Monday. And so I don't know what the tree issues are going to be, because the only trees on that property are the ones at front North Wayne.
there's something to think about with planning. In the ordinance, when they're redoing or doing land development, you have to put in a certain amount of trees. So I'm curious to know if they are required to do
Well,
trees.
they're required to come to Shade Tree.
No, I
you
understand
know,
that, yeah.
So they're going to come, because they're
They'll
not
be here at
tonight.
some point.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, so
all right, so we're
Not
just
here.
gonna
skip it.
hold off on that one. All right, so, next we have 60 West. Is there anybody for 60 West? Mr. Jonathan, welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you. If you could just
I'm-
introduce yourself, give us a description of the project, please.
I'm Jonathan Alderson. I'm the landscape architect, and we've got a client here, Devon Toohey.
Nice to meet
I'm
you.
just looking at the times I've been here. It's actually, I think, the 6th time for the project. So it's nothing has changed. I can roll out the drawings if you'd like to see them again. I've got, and I mean, back in
We could just
July.
go over the like tree removals
Okay.
and stuff like that real quick. And then we'll see if there's public comment.
So the table hasn't changed from the last time I was here, which was back in, I think in, well, it must have been
June.
last year, June.
I had June 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do have the tree report, which was sent from Shriner for the conditions of the trees. And this was sent to the township on July 8th to the arborist. So you should have that. The table here hasn't changed from the last time we were here.
What is the reason for being back again? Do you,
Grading,
oh, so you're actually going into the grading permit now?
yes,
Gotcha, okay.
yes,
So it's just like a formality. And everything was approved last time? and-
yes, yes.
Got it. Okay, does anybody have any questions about this? Since we went through it already at 7:14, no? All right, so I'm going to make a motion to approve. Do I have a second? All in favor? Cool.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, good luck. Okay, next we have on the agenda is tree removals, clearing permits, 217 Windermere. Is anybody here for 217? Hi, welcome. Do you have any plans with you, or
I do not. I literally was told.
does Ian have any plans that we
to
could put
answer
up? Or
questions.
do we know? I'm sorry, Lee.
I know that.
Yeah, I kind of remember that one. Pull it up.
So, yeah, we did reach out to you, and we just asked you to bring certain things update-wise via email.
You didn't reach out to me.
Oh, no, you didn't get it? Okay.
No. Sorry, my wife told me to come here this Right. We're using M&G Tree. They told us they submitted all the applications and did
Okay,
everything for
okay,
us.
we reviewed it
I'm
one
here
time.
supposed to answer questions.
Given the
Alright.
number of trees that are coming down, it has to go through or any clearing
That's
permits
fair.
have to go through shade tree.
Yep.
Well, how about while Ian's doing that, I'll just give a sort of a summary of our initial review of the application, and we did try to email the applicant that was on there, that the hand-drawn plans made it a little challenging for us to decipher what was already there and what's being taken out.
Okay.
We wanted to ask that you provide the total number of trees on the lot, and then the ones that you're removing, so that we can get sort of that percent clearing below or over 50. And then we'd like to see your replacement calculation for any that you're taking out.
Okay. I don't have any of that. Yeah. I mean, I can tell you what I mean,
So are you doing this yourself? Or
no, we're hiring.
Wallace is doing it. Looks
Yeah,
like,
because that's who we emailed
right? Okay.
with these questions.
Well, the trees are on here, they're just not labeled.
No, but there's other stuff missing, James, on the application. Kristen, the email that you sent,
Yeah,
or we
I'm
sent,
pulling it up now.
I think it went to whoever's doing the engineering for you.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're working with Wallace to do the landscape design.
It went to,
M&G Tree, I think, submitted this to do the
yeah,
taking
the
down
email
of the
was rgrahamy@hotmail.
That's my wife. That's,
Okay,
okay.
so we sent it to her on the 15th.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna look up. Clearing permits. So there is no tree table on here. That's one of the things I noticed. It does say that you're replacing 22 trees, but there's no trees. No table for it. It just shows what are being removed.
I mean, they're all the same tree. They're all whatever that is, these big green things. So you're telling me we
Would say
need
that-
more information?
Yeah, you need a tree table.
Okay.
And I assume these numbers, is that 22.9? The handwritten numbers up from the left?
I assume those are the
Yeah,
diameter.
the DBH, so
Yeah.
there's a tree compensation table, so if you're moving a tree from 6 to 19, you have to replace one for one. From 19, or 6 to 18, 19 to 29 is 3 trees, 2 being large canopy. And so you have a couple you have a 22, you have a 19, another 19. So you need to actually show the table with the trees being removed, how many need to be replaced. And I think, is that, Kristen, do you have a,
Yeah, just for the record here, I'm giving him sort of the checklist.
Gotcha.
Things that we were looking for. And
So
then we can
who normally
re-email
does
you?
this? Your landscape designer, or this?
yeah,
Yeah,
whoever's
the
doing the
landscape
plan
art.
could probably just put something on the plan.
Right.
Or a separate table, just a separate sheet, and showing, are you replacing trees? Because I saw the landscape quote, I guess, or the description, and it looked like there was 3 dogwoods being planted, but that was it. Everything else was
Yeah, I
smaller
mean,
shrubs.
Yes, there's a broader plan. All of these large spruces, I think they are, there's a ton of undergrowth. So there's tree peonies, yews, other plantings underneath them. They've just, they were put in to create
Yeah, it's green and,
a screen between the 2 houses years ago, and they've all grown in way too close to each other. They're creating problems for our house and our roof, so that's why we'd like to take them down. Wallace has a larger plan for what we're going to do with that. The sequencing we were told was get the trees cleared first, we'll do the plan stuff
yeah, for
later.
the construction
So like
sequence. that would
this
be
is a
perfect.
little bit two different parties involved here, so I
Yeah,
think
so-
that's why we don't have what you're looking for, because I think typically it would not be the tree removal company, it would be the landscaper. This should be telling us what we're going to plant and replace and things.
Yeah,
like
it's tough to, not everybody knows what the ordinance is, and that's
Yeah.
very understandable. So the ordinance does state that if you're removing
that. Yeah, I get you.
6 or more trees in a calendar year, you have to replace, according to their DBH, which is diameter of breast height.
Yeah.
So since you're removing, what was it, 12 or something? Then you have to do a tree table showing the sizes. You can actually go to like our meeting minutes and you can probably look at one of the plans and you can see the tree table, how an engineer would do it or somebody. You could easily do it.
Okay.
And if you're not replacing trees, which, you know, that's
Yeah.
what the shade tree would hope to be done, then there is the fee in lieu of option where it's like $250 a tree that goes to the shade tree fund that we use to plant trees in the township.
Okay.
So my suggestion, is this a project you're like getting started on? Like, I assume not now since it's snow for the next
I
2
mean,
months.
We're trying to, cutting the trees down, I think, is supposed to happen before the spring and when the landscape.
Gotcha. So I'm going to suggest, since like none of the information is here, that we would table it
Right.
and then have it put back on next month's agenda,
Right.
which is the 4th Wednesday, I guess, of the month, whatever it is in February.
Okay.
And then, as long as you have the information, and if some of the trees are dead or hazardous, I saw pictures of your roof where it's tearing up the roof, then MG,
Should.
he's a certified arborist.
Yeah, he can
He
tell
should
us.
be able to write up
Okay.
he knows about it, there's a hazardous tree form
Yeah.
on the website, he's done plenty of them.
Yeah, I
And he
don't know
does a
why they
hazardous
sent me
tree
there without any
form
other
for that,
information.
for that tree.
Pisses me off, but yeah, that's not your fault.
So,
Okay.
so we gotta go by the ordinance, so that's the reason I'm saying we table it. So I'm gonna, make a motion to table. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right.
Okay, all in favor? All right, sorry about that. If you need any help, you can reach out to any of us, and we'd help out.
She
Or,
just sent you.
or call the township, they might be able to help out too.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
luck. $300 now.
Is it 300 now?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Number 7, old business, Willows grant application. Frank, you're up.
Oh, no.
Why are we not getting them on our screens anymore?
I don't know. That's a good question. Is there a power button?
It's coming.
Going anywhere. I'm moving up
Oh, okay. Okay, there's a bunch of things combined in here. We've applied for the Governor's Award for Environmental Excellence. We got it 2 years ago in 2024. We're using the Miyawaki Restoration Project at the Willows as our claim to fame. And we had Senator Capoletti. We had Senator Capoletti offer to give us a letter of recommendation, which we'll probably take her up on. But we probably have a good chance of getting this award, which is bragging rights. We also applied, so I'm skipping a little bit, for a PHS actually, watershed grant. And this is the area in the Willows along Abraham's Run, about a 500-foot section of Little Darby Creek, and to plant trees also around the Willows Pond. Okay, so that's coming up. We've had 2 inquiries on it from the people reviewing it. One was today. James, you helped me with, putting together a reply to them. So that seems to be moving on, and they gave us a consultant from the county to actually review our stuff, so we put our best foot forward, and he thinks we've got a pretty good chance of getting the award. It's about $15,000 that would go towards this particular project. But the idea is that we would be starting it in the spring. So planting trees this year, send some stuff out to you, and I apologize if you're getting too many emails, but we want to continue with the resident tree program because it's very popular. At the Willows, I was suggesting we concentrate on doing the invasive removal along those creeks, either with goats or with contractors, whomever, to do that, and also continue the Miyawaki forest restoration. So for the spring, we would order 50 trees from PHS, 30 for the residents, 20 for the forest, and nothing for the repair project because we're going to be cleaning invasives. We'll save the planting till the fall. And then in the fall,
Frank,
we can...
real quick, how many trees did we plant last spring for the forest project?
There's a whole bunch. 202 were planted last year.
Because I thought our goal was we were going to try to put another 100 trees in this year in that area to
No,
get up a little further towards the pines.
I didn't have that number in my head. Maybe that was discussed.
You know, I mean, it was just an off-the-cuff discussion. I mean, I think Seth was there. I believe you were there as well. We just talked about it. It wasn't anything formal. That's what I'm saying. Maybe if we can bump that 20 up to at least, 50 for that area, that would be really.
We can do that. Frankly, it's a resource problem. We got to get people to manage this and the restoration project, manage the volunteers and stuff. I don't know. We could do another 20 trees. That probably 30 trees. That probably wouldn't kill us.
Frank, if we are awarded money for the project, say $15,000, how much do we have to put in the township? Are we required?
We were approved, I think the township, the BOC approved us for 20.
If we get the award, or?
If we win the award, we would have, the total project is about $40,000. About $10,000 is volunteers. 15,000 comes from the county or the PHS, and then the remainder, which I think is about $20,000. Okay. Leah, do you remember what they approved? No? It was about $20,000.
And does that come from the shade tree fund, does anybody know?
I assume so.
Okay, so then do we have to spend that?
If we get the 15,000, yes, we have to spend that.
We have to spend that. Okay, because we're going to run out of money. Probably. Possibly. We have 32,000 in there now, so if we have to spend, I guess it'll be close.
I'm thinking close. I think that we're going to be at zero balance at the end of the year.
Okay. So if we get 15, you're saying we have to spend 20? Does that include the volunteer as well? Or is that
No, the
not
volunteers are free. That's another 8,000. So the 20,000 is cash.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So we just got to do some money crunching at some point.
Yeah.
And see where our money's going. So if we do 50 this spring from PHS, it's 110 a tree?
It's 110 a tree.
That's say 6,000 total for all supplies. 26, so we'd still be in there, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we have to stick around the 50, just so we have money in case we get the grant. And then we can do more trees if we have enough in the fall.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking too.
Because we could run out of money.
Thank you for all of your hard work on this,
Oh,
as
you're
always.
welcome. You're welcome.
Good job, Frank.
Thank you.
And Ms. Lee or Ricky, anybody, do you guys know if there's any money owed to this for the fees in lieu of?
Everything's paid up.
Everything's paid up, okay. Eugenia?
So,
Including Manila's that didn't take their trees down, they paid too.
are they still going to do that?
I don't know.
God bless them. That's great. Those two red maples are beautiful. Really would have been a shame. So since we have to order, if we are going to order trees for the spring, we have to do it by February 2nd. So everybody's given me some input as to what to order or what not to order. On this chart right here, which is probably, oh, it is readable. Based on your feedback, that selection based on feedback was 29 trees. And then just to come up with the 50, I added another 21. The only tree that no one wanted was the white oak. But these would be going to residents, and they would be going up on the hill at the Willows. So,
Serviceberry, you're.
What's
doing
that?
The Serviceberry, you're doing 3 of them? Is that what that,
yeah,
wonder, could we change that to,
we can do anything.
to a larger tree?
Absolutely. We didn't want honey
black
locust
gum?
either, right? We didn't want honey locust.
How about black gum?
I think we maxed out on black gum. We're getting all 3 of the black gum.
The white oak you said, that's not a swamp white oak, that's just a white oak?
Yeah.
They're different, okay.
Oh, they're the ones we're getting, gotcha.
I don't know how you guys feel about the elms, but we could get 5 elms, American elms.
They're the Princetons, I think, and they're resistant to,
It is the Princeton?
yeah.
Yeah, it's a good tree.
Okay. The real issue is project management of all this stuff. You know, having people, we lost Seth, who did an awful lot of work on the residential plannings. He also managed our website, and he also managed the Google Forms survey sheets that got the residents to volunteer for a tree and also for volunteering to plant trees in the parks and stuff. So I'll be arranging to apply for the trees this week. It would be nice if and we don't have to do this now, but this is like a job offering. These other 4 things, we need people to step up. Residential tree planting to replace Seth would be great. Continuing the Milwaukee forestation, I can continue to do that with the volunteers. And I'm also willing to start the riparian project, but with some help with people that know what they're doing. And I'm kind of looking at John and James when I say that.
Yeah, so I can help with the,
Because we're going to be hiring a contractor maybe to remove the invasives. What's that? Okay. And then communications, and this is another Seth thing. He did all of these things, maintaining the website, arranging the tool, sign-up tool, and also coordinated with Molly Gallagher to advertise that we're looking for volunteers or advertise that we have trees available for you if you'd like to do that. So while we may not have names now, it's something to consider, and if people would like to step up, that would be fabulous.
I mean, I have a lot of experience doing project management, marketing, that kind of stuff, so I'm not saying each one yet, but throw my hat in for when we have a broader conversation, when we start divvying
Okay.
up things, but I'm happy to jump in.
That'd be great. Thank you.
do you have all the information that Seth used to send out the spreadsheet and we'd have to click in the
No.
locations?
I checked the obituaries today. He's still alive, so we're going to have some sort of cross-training meeting with
Yeah.
him. And he's offered to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't think it's rocket science. It may be brain surgery, but it's not rocket
Rocket
science.
science for me, so.
Okay.
I won't be able to do any of the,
I can do
as
a lot
long
of
as
that.
you can, yeah.
If you guide me, I'll do whatever I can as far as time.
That's super. Thank you, Tim.
Communications, whatever.
All right, so first start, you'll get the trees in, and then in February, we can divvy out the,
And you're okay to stick in with the 50?
I think we have to because of the.
Well, I guess, John, both of you wanted more
I would
trees.
love to get more trees, but I don't think we have the money for it right now. If we get more money, then the fall,
Yeah.
we plant more in that forest, yeah.
We won't let it slip off the table, though.
But I don't want to go for this grant and then not have the cash available to, yeah.
In my estimate, we're about 50 to 60% done on the reforestation project. We're only like halfway. Yeah. Okay. That was it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Frank. Any public comment on that? No. I keep on forgetting.
We like community applause, it's overwhelming, the entire audience.
Okay, new business, Shade Tree Fund, balance and budget, I put that on there. So as of now, I'm just gonna let everybody know, we have 32,830, well, no. You have a different number, 32,462. And so we had budgeted revenue of 15,000. So we should be good with the spring planting. If we get the grant, then we have to go back before the Board of Commissioners and ask to use more money, which is not a big deal, I don't think. Contract services.
James,
Wait, do
real
you know what
quick,
that is?
I know at one time we spoke about possibly going to some of our partners within the township, i.e. Villanova, who was here, some of these other, maybe like Greg Lingo of Rockwell Homes, who's a big partner in the township, and maybe, asking for some funds for planting trees, as long as it's going to go 100% to, tree and ground processes.
Penn Medicine Radnor. That'd be
Exactly.
great.
I mean, we need to find somebody that has, the time and energy and, is not afraid of the word no to go and, reach out to these people. Because I believe it's a bomb there. I mean, those people, I think you approach them, they're not going to say no. I mean, I just feel like that they're viable solutions to help us, facilitate our projects. I just don't think we've ever asked.
I've come up with a plan for this. We need to engage with our corporate partners here in Radnor Township. We have a plethora of them. And so I'm working on a plan for that.
Good.
We'll start out with volunteers, but I mean, I was a fundraiser for 30 years.
Yep.
I have no fear of asking for trees or for money or
Yep.
for fundings. So, in
Excellent.
the works.
Perfect.
That's your new
Great to hear.
job.
Great minds.
And then, just one other question, Leah. It says contract services, $25,000. Does that mean that will be coming out as well? Or is that something that is not contracted yet? Do you know? No.
I don't know.
Okay. So we need to find out about that, just so it doesn't blow our whole budget.
Because if you read that bottom line, it says, contracted services includes a spend down of the 32,000.
So no, that would not come off.
That would not come off.
The way I'm reading it. Ricky or Leo will reach out to Tate and get a clarification on that.
Thank you, cool. All right. Okay, spring tree planting, kind of went over this already, right, Frank? So you're gonna order 50 trees. We have the money for that. Update recommended tree list.
Yeah, so that's 9 years old. I did it in 2017. John and I did it. So what I'd suggest is I go through the recommended tree list, get Michael Durr's book out again, red line, this is a massage. This isn't like rebuilding it. It's just that things have changed. So a lot, we have to look at this realistically, I think, and people do pay attention to the list, so.
And I'll be honest with you, Matt, when you get time, or anybody for that matter, take a look at Mount Cuba's newly revised list, which, takes into account future concerns of, soil warming and stuff like that. They have a great list, and they actually classify, which is really nice. It's take a look at it. It's a really good basis.
Yep, perfect.
And the other thing I was going to say is that I went to Steve Schreiner's talk on the beech tree disease, and I had asked a question because I really don't know about, is there any guidance for, retail centers and things. Like, do they know that they shouldn't be selling them? And he said, no, not at all. Like, we have to do a lot of just, public communication about it. So, I mean, obviously, you probably won't put it on the recommended tree list, but also I think that tells me that maybe we should just be doing more from a communication standpoint,
Yeah, well,
about it.
and I'll make this completely transparent and open, so that anybody who wants to see what I think will have access to it. I'll make that available. So, because any input is good input on this subject. So,
Is it you're going to take care of that, Matt? Okay, 8D, Shade Tree Ordinance Amendment Number 2024-07, considerations adding criteria.
Right. So this was, I kind of just initiated when we did the clearing percentage ordinance in '24, I think in theory it's great, and it has been great, but in practice, I think we're seeing situations where what we intended from that is that, people, that we're encouraging thoughtful removal and replenishment and things like that, but we've not actually added enough criteria, in my opinion, as far as, is it a certain time frame, is it who owns the property, or things like that. So as it is, what we've seen is that certain, let's say, builders, if they stagger their applications enough, then they're actually removing 60-70% of the property, but not being held accountable for doing that because they're separating it. So I don't have the answer. I think some of the ideas we kicked around was using maybe, for example, a rolling 5-year look back. So whenever somebody is coming in front of us, it's that date minus 5 years. How many trees have they cleared? So that's kind of arbitrary, but I don't have a recommendation right now, but it's something I think we should think about, talk about.
Yeah, I agree. Something to think about. I'm not sure if I'd be on board, but I'd definitely think about it. There's also the ordinance for stormwater changed a few years ago. Used to be every year what you build. Now it goes back 3 years. So if you were to build a 900-foot garage, square foot garage, this year, next year you build another one, then you would have to do the bigger stormwater system or whatever. Not that I agree with all the stormwater systems, but that would be something to look at as a model.
Yeah, so if you have any ideas, if you've seen any benchmarks in any other township or something, we can look into it, but that was really the spirit of that comment.
So if anybody wants to bring anything and keep it open and then discuss it at the next meeting. Thank you. That was that. Okay, number 9, annual goals.
Do we have public comment on the?
Oh, yeah, sure. Sorry.
It's all right.
I keep on forgetting.
I'll speak up.
I'm getting old.
I wholeheartedly recommend that there be some kind of longer look back, because what we're seeing is, as we heard tonight, just every year it's cumulative. I'd also like to suggest that when you look at the application for the clearing permit, it doesn't reflect all the requirements of the ordinance. It doesn't reflect all the requirements that are new. It doesn't reflect the requirements that are old. So, making sure that developers and homeowners are cued to what they have to do when they're filling out the paperwork, I think that just helps a smoother process. It helps more compliance, and it drives awareness. I'd also like to. I don't know if I'm allowed to ask a question, but we've been talking tonight as though, when you're taking down a heritage tree, when you're clearing, you can plant a tree, your replacement trees can go anywhere. But I'm reading the ordinance, and what I see is, in the event that replanting is impractical or impossible on site, as determined by the Shade Tree Commission, then the alternative is there. So, I mean, I'd like to see perhaps a little more rigor applied to, can this guy really not plant another tree in his big yard? Or, maybe I'm reading it wrong, but to me it looks like it's not, I mean, we're looking to keep trees where they are, not just have trees somewhere.
Yeah, I just want to, first of all, thank you for the comment. And I realized coming into this agenda that I wasn't really up to date as much as I wanted to be on the ordinance regarding heritage trees. And so the summaries that I handed out in the back, I just copy pasted it kind of for myself too. But in the spirit of what you're saying, I think in my mind, I haven't been as sharp on what the criteria, the ordinance is all the time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thank you for the comment.
Yeah, I would say going back to older, when there's ever a problem, it's somebody's taking down a bunch of trees on a quarter-acre lot, and I've seen it's been unrealistic for people to plant 40 trees there.
Sure.
So I've never seen, I've never, yeah.
That's completely fine, but there ought to be an on-the-record determination, hey, we're looking at your lot, we realize you can't put this many trees on your lot, and therefore you now have access to this. It's not just, well, you know, I want a big open grassy lawn, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying, I think in the past, that's what we've done. I think we've been pretty good on that. It's just been with those small properties where it's impossible to plant that many trees.
No, I mean, and
That has come up.
I'm agreeing, I just, what I
Yeah,
heard, and maybe
understood,
I
yeah.
misinterpreted from earlier tonight, the guy who really graciously, you know, went along with coming down from 6 to 4. It sounded like he was being encouraged to put the trees wherever he wanted, the
think
neighbor's
that-
property,
yeah.
elsewhere in the township. I just didn't think that was how it worked.
Gotcha. Thank you. Okay, annual goals, anybody up for annual goals? Who put that on there?
It just recirculates.
Anybody have any additions to the annual goals?
Yeah, we should.
Matt's tree
We should
list?
get the new member,
Yeah.
the newest, we have one more opening.
From what I've heard, there is a lot of applicants, is that right?
Well, Lee said there are a couple, more than one or two.
I was told there were several.
Yay.
So we probably will see somebody in the next month or two.
They had to set up interviews with the Board of Commissioners.
Good.
Gotcha.
Do any of us sit in on that too? Is there a shade tree rep? I can't remember when I.
Nah.
No.
Matt might sit in on it because he knows everybody, but, no.
No, I don't want that.
Anybody else have any goals? No, whatever.
I would just say, like, as in the past where we've gone to, you know, the Fall Fest, we've had the booth there, like, things like that I would like to keep doing. You know, and make sure that we get a booth, you know, instead of maybe at the last minute, I think we were kind of like sharing a booth with 3 other people. So I would
We
say.
were sharing it with the Radnor Conservancy, so be careful.
No, I. And something with the birds sanctuary, which is good. You know what I'm saying? I would say let's keep that on the goal for the years, to do that and, you know, have our booth.
Keep everything going.
Yeah, keep that one.
I'm going to try to lose some weight in the new year. That's my goal. Okay. Anybody else? Nothing. Okay. John, anything on the hazardous trees you want to mention?
The standard.
Standard stuff?
All were verified, just typical structural issues, dead trees, risk-related trees.
Okay, and the trees removed by Radnor, only 3 this.
I'd like to make a request on hazardous trees or whatever. Those 5 oaks that were taken down over by the Stratford building near the, I need a 30-second story as to what happened, why it happened, and, you know, what's going to happen after the fact, because I'm getting lots of questions.
Where is this again?
It's, I think it's Eagle Road.
behind
It's
the
Eagle Road,
farmer's
isn't it?
market,
Yeah, right behind the farmer's market. Yeah, we're working on that, Frank. Trying to find out, we haven't reached out to the office complex yet, but we have worked with the tree contractor. So we're still trying to get all the pieces together before we present it to the group. And then we'll have to find out what remedies that the group feels like they want to come up with to rectify the situation.
Okay, so we're still in fact-finding.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So they removed the trees without going by the board?
Yeah.
Just on their own rules?
They didn't.
Supposedly, there was some storm damage that occurred. I know 2 or maybe even more of the trees supposedly had storm damage. They were cleaned up. One fell across the road, or a leader fell across the road. I did not witness it. And then the utility was called, and I guess they couldn't shut down the power, so they had to take 2 others down. There, you know, there was reasoning behind it, and I do know that there is a planting plan, from what I'm told, from a letter that Leah received, that they are going to be mitigating through replanting. But as of right now, Ricky's still going through some of the details.
And I did receive an email from Sven. Is it,
Yes.
does anybody know Sven?
He's on
He's on EAC, and he did send some pictures, but at least one of them was dead in the picture, so I don't know the whole story of them. But one is completely defoliated. I haven't been there.
Well, once
so
we
I
have
don't-
all the information, we'll be responding to you folks.
Gotcha.
I do have one last question, I'm sorry. Has there been any update, movement either way on the street tree recommendations that we presented? Did that go anywhere?
No, I mean, the presentation that we came, I mean, Frank went
Yeah.
to that meeting. I mean, that the township, the commissioners did not make a decision to go against it,
Yeah.
which means we're still moving forward
It's-
with what we do.
Okay.
In regards to in removing the trees, or the township maintaining those trees in the right of way.
Okay.
So that presentation, I mean, they asked for what you thought, and basically they wanted the yes or no. And from the presentation, they got the answer they needed, where they were going to stay with it. They're not in the habit of giving back services that the township provides. So
Okay.
that
So
was more
It's
even.
decided, though, like,
Yeah.
it's been decided. Okay, I
Yeah,
just wanted to know.
yeah.
Thank
The
you.
budget has been funded to still
Okay.
take care of the right-of-way trees. So
Okay.
that's their support
Okay.
of still having that taken care of
Okay.
by the township.
All right, thank you so much.
You welcome.
It was a great presentation.
It was. Should have won an award.
Okay, sure. Any public participation? Ricky, you want to say anything? Last words? No? All right, then make a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Good, thank you, guys.